What's up, Internet? We are here with another one of my random Genesis games. I've got another one kicking around. If this falls through or, we finish it early, there's no chance it's going to be a hard game, I'm sure. But this is Mega Turrican. This is a game from a series I have a great deal of interest in, even though I've never really played any of them. And they tend to be really rare and expensive because they're by factor 5, so... yeah, finding them is hard, and I got real lucky. Okay, so it looks like this is sort of an auto-aim, or an auto-aim, a manual aim grappling hook type thing. Apologies if there's any, like, weird background noise. I'm actually 3D printing something right now for a different stream that I'm very excited about. So, hopefully we can do that, show that off at some point, but that'll be for Mega Man. But I've got some interesting stuff lined up, or at least I'm planning some interesting stuff. Okay, so I know we're on a time limit here, but I want to kind of get the grappling physics down. Okay, I think I kind of got it. There's something up there though I want it. So, grapple there, jump. Okay, can I influence the swing of things? Yes, I can. Okay. Okay, cool. And because this is a Turrican game, I'm pretty confident in saying that the music and sound effects are probably provided by Chris Hulsbeck, who did a great job, as he always does. I can't actually hear it. My audio is too low, so I don't mess up the audio by recording it on the microphone. But I have heard soundtracks from Jim Power, which is... it's sad that that's the thing I immediately associate with Chris Hulsbeck, because Jim Power's awful. But the Genesis is kind of an interesting console for Turrican in general, because it has the majority of the series on it. Like, you have, of course, Mega Turrican, what we're currently playing, but of course it had Turrican 1, which is a far easier to get a hold of game. And it kind of has one of the only versions of Turrican 2 out there in the form of Universal Soldier, sort of. Which is this weird, like, movie tie-in by Accolade that... It's not great. Okay, so that's how you morph ball, okay. So I was looking for the morph ball button. So basically, this game, I've heard people compare Turrican to, like, Metroid, but more arcadey, and it's sort of kind of like that, I guess. Just in the sense that you've got a morph ball, you've got a grappling hook, you've got different options to move around. This is the first proper Turrican game I've ever played, though. Like, I played a game called Gunlord, which was a... well, it was originally a Dreamcast game, but it's on the PS4, and that's where I played it. I want a Dreamcast version of Gunlord, though. And it's basically this, but maybe a little bit faster paced. But, yeah, Turrican is just in general a series that's pretty hard to find, honestly. Like, there's two Super Nintendo games that are basically impossible to get a hold of. Even when they were on the Virtual Console, they got removed pretty quick because Factor 5, the people who made this, along with Rogue Squadron and a few other things, they went under. And they just made it so that you couldn't get their games, because I guess they wouldn't know who the money should go to at that point. Or something. I don't pretend to understand how any of that stuff works, but... yeah, Turrican in general is just kind of hard to find, and this was just a really lucky acquisition for me on eBay. Like, I didn't even really have the money for it, but it was one of those sort of, I'm never going to see it for this price again, I kind of have to make the play, so I did. And I've had a couple of those recently. Like, I did that with both Castlevania and Contra as well. Like, those are really hard to find games, and I just found really unbelievably good prices, because whoever was selling them just couldn't get anyone to look at their ads, really. So my Genesis collection is actually kind of becoming sort of awesome. I'm kind of sad, though. Like, there's maybe 25 or 30 more Genesis games I want. And unfortunately, at this point, the majority of them are just not feasible to get. They're so bloody expensive, short of getting, like, a repro or something. But even now, repros are getting, like, weirdly expensive. Which is weird, because repros are, like, supposed to be dirt cheap. Because they're, like, a standard, and there's an infinite number of them. But, yeah, like, the majority of the Genesis games I still want to collect at this point are just not feasibly affordable anymore. And I'm not going to say I'm done collecting for the Genesis, far be it. There's still a couple I can afford. But it's getting to the point where I'm pretty much done getting the Genesis games I want. That's kind of a weird feeling. But I guess part of that's because I pretty much exclusively focused on the console this year. And because of that, you know, I got through what I wanted for it substantially faster. Which I guess means I should just stick to focusing on a single console every year or something. I still have basically nothing for the PS1, so maybe that'll be next year. I know I wanted to do PS1 stuff this year, but I just didn't really find anything that wowed me other than what I bought for Vermilion. And, you know, I do have the means of playing TG16, but I've never gotten any of their games. And that's something that does interest me, so I think I might try and maybe put a bit of a focus on TG games. They're not stupid expensive. I know you can get a couple of them for like 20 bucks. So maybe that'll be like my next big acquisition or focus is TG16 or PS1. I'm honestly not super well versed in the TurboGrafx space. I know they've got a couple of really cool games like, was it Gekito Boy, the photography game? That game looks pretty fun. And that's a weird game because it had a SpongeBob SquarePants sequel that is completely non-branded on the Game Boy Color, which is just very strange. But yeah, TG16 might be something I'm kind of looking into maybe getting. I know at one point someone offered to send me a replica of Rondo if I ever had the means to play it, and technically I do have the means to. So maybe I should get into contact with them and see if I can grab that. I don't think they're still open to it though. That was a couple years ago now. And I haven't seen them comment on my channel or anything in a while, unfortunately. But yeah, I remember seeing a couple of really cool TurboGrafx games that might be worth looking into, certainly. It's a console that really fascinates me. I know they got a version of Kadash, which is an arcade game that fascinates me to no end. Even though I've played like the worst version of it, and it's ungodly difficult. But which, with all things being cyclical, was the Genesis version. That'd be fun. Maybe I should do Kadash. The problem is, unless you play Kadash with cheats, or at least if I don't play Kadash with cheats, I can't get past like the first boss. With cheats, it's not so bad, but without cheats, it's basically impossible. But to be fair, the Genesis version is also programmed to be impossible. That's my excuse. It is actually like almost unplayably difficult though, because they removed some of the best characters and abilities and stuff. I gotta admit, this game is quite beautiful. This is a good... I need to use my grappling hook there and I just wasted a life. Please tell me I get continues or this is gonna feel... Yes! I get 3! Awesome! We'll be playing this for a while then. Or not if I keep doing that. But... yeah, I just lost my train of thought. I had it a second ago. Kadash, it's unfeasibly difficult unless you cheat, something. The TG16 version actually is kind of playable because they have the playable characters, because the original arcade version had 4 playable characters that kind of went in... It was like an order of difficulty. Wow, that is a great deal of recoil. But when it got put on the TG16, they got rid of one of the characters. The character they got rid of was the most powerful of the 4. So basically the easy mode character. And then when they brought it to the Genesis, because it was an arcade version, or an arcade game, they removed... That tilts, I gotta keep an eye on that. Okay. They removed the ability to add extra credits. So you have 1 credit, which is, I think, 1 life. And then they removed the 2 easiest characters, leaving you with the 2 hardest to play as. It's grim. Playing with unlimited continues, which is, you know, like a Game Shark code or whatever. Game Genie for the time, I guess. You know, that makes it playable, but it makes it way too easy. But doing it without is just absurdly difficult. Okay, okay, okay. We're good? Yeah, alright, cool. Look at the fish swimming in the background, like the little fans turning in the background. Like, there's a ridiculous amount of detail in these games. I get why people like them, just from a visual perspective. Okay, so it's down and that button on my controller, which is a PS4 controller. Ow! Okay, I assume this is a safe spot because there's an indentation there. That's what all the crushy ceiling levels in all the games ever, like Mega Man, taught me. Is like, if there's a small indentation in an area of great hazard, that's a safe spot. Okay. Okay, well, we didn't die there. Can we make that jump? Oh, just barely. Okay. 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 Cool. Cool. So the water goes, and then we go, and then we jump. And we're good. Okay. But yeah, if you want most of the Turrican library, I mean, there's a collection now. I'm not sure it contains every single game, but on the Genesis, you can get everything but the 2 Super Nintendo games, which are ungodly hard to find because they're not available anywhere, even when digital distribution was a thing. Ooh, nice transparency effect. Okay. Am I to... Okay, I'm just supposed to... Oh, we can swim in our giant robot suit. Okay. We can also drown in our giant robot suit. Noted. And that was our last life. Oh, what's the continue system like? Oh, okay, we're at the start. Fair enough. So we gotta be careful and ideally look for some extra lives. I do appreciate that we have both a grappling hook and like a morph ball though. Like, we have a lot of movement options. It's kind of like Contra, but you can take more of a beating, certainly. And you've got a lot more movement options, which is cool. Oh, to be fair, you did get a grappling hook in Contra 4 on the DS, I believe. Which is a really good game that is really hard to find. Which is why I'm glad I picked it up back in high school. Because I knew someone who had one of those R4 things and put all the games on it, and they let me try Contra. It's like, wow, this game's amazing. Like, it's Contra, it better be, but like, there's been some pretty bad Contra games out there. Let's just be completely honest. See the Contra Adventure. While I don't own a copy and I've never personally played it, I've seen enough to say it's probably not that good. But, original Contra, I think that's my go-to Contra, honestly. When's more Grandal? I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about reviewing it. I have been thinking about it. I still want to see the anime you sent me for it. Although, to be fair, there's an anime I want to send you, but I can't seem to rip it from the DVD to show it to you. It's special, is the best word to describe it. It's basically like dollar store Bubblegum Crisis, except it's got the guy who did Gits, who worked on it. And for whatever reason, I think I've got a Chinese version that like mispronounces everything. Like, you can even see English names on the sides of everything, so they mispronounce them and like misspell them in the subtitles. I know it's pretty short. It's 3 episodes. I still haven't actually taken the time to watch it. I've been too busy working on videos and editing and stuff. But I think that will be my next PS1 game to review, so I think that might be coming up. I know I got a couple other games that were sent to me I'd like to get done soon, but I do want to do Grandal pretty soon. Because that game is really cool, and I don't think too many people talk about it. And it is one of the more interesting PS1 games I have, because I don't have that many that are worth talking about. That haven't already been talked to death, anyway, by other people. Oh god, that's electric floor. Okay, so... Whoa, okay. The eels hit those water jets, and then bad things happen. There's a lot of detail going on in this game. I'm sure you can find a torrent. The problem is you won't find the version I have. Because, like, there is, like, an official English subtitle. Mine, I think, is, like, the bootleg Chinese version. It's called, Gun Dress. And it's weird, and at least the version I have is awful. But it's bizarre how, like, badly mangled the translation for this was. But like I said, I think it was like a bad Chinese bootleg version of it. I got it at a Goodwill for like $1. So that's where I get all my anime movies. Most of which are awful. One was sort of The Stranger, so it kind of balances out. I like that you can Goomba stomp these guys. That's awesome. Okay, I'm guessing I was supposed to wait there. Oh, no, I guess that was just the end of the level. Okay. I'm hoping this is a checkpoint if I game over, because we're on our last life, and I'd rather not die instantly. Yeah, I know, very few people know about Grandal, and I think that would make it an interesting video, or certainly would at least make more people more interested in my videos, because, damn it, my channel is bleeding viewers, and I'm sad about it. It's genuinely giving me something of an existential crisis. Massive anxiety attacks and depression, they are super fun, except not. But I mean, just the fact that it comes in a weird pink box, I think is enough to probably make people interested in it. I mean, that's how I got interested in it. Thinking it was Sakura Taisen 2. Even though there couldn't possibly be a PS1 version of Sakura Taisen 2. And we're dead. There's a lot going on screen at any one point. Oh, we're back here. That's not good. Okay, well, if we do, like, get a game over, I do have another game we can play. I mean, I've got a lot. I've got a table full of Genesis games right now, but, you know, I've got one other thing I think I'd kind of like to immediately play, just to, you know, see what it's like. So we'll see, but... yeah, I can't say I know too many people who know about Grandal. I think it's just you and me, honestly. I mean, I only know it because I bought it from you. It's a good game, too. Like, it's weird that it's not better known, I think. Oh, crap, we're gonna die. That's not good. Health. Yes. Okay, so hearts pretty much give you a full health refill. That's worth knowing. I will say that the level design is a bit more compartmentalized than, what was it? Gunlord. Gunlord was the Turrican game I've played, sort of, even though it's not technically Turrican. But that game has substantially bigger stages, and they're kind of maze-like. This feels a lot more straightforward, I think. Oh, I'm sure there are tons. I know there was a really cool Ghost in the Shell game I'd love to get on the PS1. But I'm also a huge fan of Gits, just in general. Minus the Scarlett Johansson thing, obviously. Because I have taste. But Ghost in the Shell is probably my favorite anime, ever since, well, you know, whatever happened to Kenshin happened. And I got really, really sad because that happened, and now I can't enjoy Kenshin anymore. Okay, so I can jump through that. There's just... I would say the visuals are great, but it's a little hard to take in everything. That's a life that I just died and didn't pick up. Great. And this was... I should have had a shield there, but I didn't. So it's nice I didn't spawn that thing there. I want that life. Okay, good. Good, good, good. We're all good now. Are some of the new Gits animes pretty terrible? I don't know. I've seen Standalone Complex. That's how I started. I've seen the film, which is tremendous. I've seen the second season of Standalone Complex. I didn't like as much as the first season. I think I saw the movie to it once, and it was okay. And I think that's about the extent of Gits I've actually watched. Although I do have the PS1 game, which is literally a reskin of Oni. Which is basically your standard subpar third-person platformer action game. on the PS2. Although Oni was originally made by Bungie, so it's got some form of pedigree associated with it, I guess. Oh, I don't like CGI anime. Just in general. I don't want to be that guy, but I do not like CGI anime. It's distracting and bad and awkward, and I don't like it. I just like traditionally animated things, thank you. One of my college buddies tried to convince me otherwise by showing me, like, all these different things where, like, CGI is mixed in with standard 2D animation, like with Macross and stuff, and it's like, yeah, but I can still see when it turns into 3D CGI, and it looks bad and weird, and I don't like it. Like, it's nice that they're working on their compositing. They've certainly come a long way since Initial D, and Initial D had some pretty solid compositing, considering that was, like, the first anime to ever do it, but I still don't like it in any real capacity. Just give me standard 2D animation, please. It's better. I kind of feel like I'm the guy who, what's his name? Danny Antonucci, the guy who did Ed, Edd n Eddy, who is just, he was so very, very anti, like, any sort of computer animation to his stuff. Like, his show was the last 2D animated American cartoon. Because everything else was going to, like, HD, PC animation. It's like, nope, we're not doing that. And I kind of respect it, and that's basically what I'm like about CGI. Yeah, there's a Gits PS2 game. I've played it. I've got it in my PS2 collection. Clearly you didn't watch it all. It's only a 4-hour-long video. It's not that long. But yes, there is a Gits PS2 game. It's basically literally a reskin of Oni, which is not that great a game to begin with. They just changed the main character to the Major, although you can be Bato in some episodes of the anime, the game. It's not great. It's not really worth the money I spent on it. I think I paid like 40 bucks for my copy. And it's like, yeah, that's not worth it to me. And I like Gits. Thanks. Whoop. I think the shield's supposed to be like a Factor 5 logo. It's kind of neat. I know there was a PSP first-person shooter. I think it might have also been like a detective Gits game. Like, that game looked pretty cool. But I think I've only... No, I haven't even seen one copy of it. I think I might have seen a video about it at one point, but that's it. Yeah, I do know that there was a PC CSGO thing. I think it's on my Steam account. I don't think I ever played it, just because I was sad that that's what Gits had become. The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure Gits actually coined the term meme for that, because it was based on the whole Laughing Man sort of retaining information and regurgitating it without understanding what it came from. It actually basically invented the concept of memes for modern day, anyway, beyond like a standard philosophical thing, even though that's what it started with. So Gits is very important to people for a lot of reasons, and they'll never get credit for it. But it is a very good anime. Well, to be fair, all the anime tie-in games on Steam seem to get shut down pretty fast, especially if they're multiplayer based. Not even a year ago, there was that Gundam Overwatch clone, and that's shut down. And I couldn't be happier about it, honestly, as a fan of Gundam. Screw that. Also, once again, that game was just another way for Premium Bandai to waggle the pale rider in everyone's face and say you can't have it unless you live in Japan and you pre-order it from us. Because Premium Bandai is an asshole. And this is why we don't get the Wound Wars. Or the Toda's Ritter, although I do have it. I had to pay a premium for it at a reseller, but I bought it. Okay, you can get crushed in this game. That's worth knowing. Honestly, I couldn't be happier that it's dead. That's Gundam games in general right now. Like, again, I made a review of that terrible Gundam Code Fairy last year, and that was basically accurate to the entirety of all Gundam games right now. It's just there to sell model kits and microtransactions for online games that are just awful, and I hate them. We just can't get a good Gundam game. And yes, I know that there's an SD Gundam Battle Alliance or whatever. I played the demo to it. It was miserable. I think the last really good Gundam game we got was Breaker 3, which wasn't as good as Breaker 2, so that's not great. I still haven't watched G-Witch. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I actually haven't really done anything with Gundam in a couple of years now because, it was something I did with my girlfriend. She just hasn't had time for me in a very, very long while, so I just kind of can't enjoy it by myself anymore. Oh, and I'm sad now. Because I haven't watched G-Witch, I haven't watched Hathaway's Flash. Although I know there's a suit from there I really want to get. I haven't watched a few things that have come out. I haven't watched the SD Sengoku stuff. I really ought to do some Gundam stuff. Like, I feel like I need to review a Gundam game because I just haven't done it since Code Fairy, which was depressing. But I actually don't know anything about G-Witch. I know there's a couple of suit designs I really like that I've got the model kits on my Amazon wish list right now, just because I think they look really cool, and I could do... If I got some traditional Gundam parts that didn't look really lanky and thin, I could probably make a really cool remix suit. I was actually kicking around the idea of one of the witch suits mixed with the camphor. I thought that looked pretty cool. I'm trying to drink something, game. Let me do that. Also, we can do that. Also, this is clearly a 6-button controller game because it's using 4 of the buttons on my PS4 controller right now. I've been thinking about watching it, just because there's a couple of suit designs I really like, aside from how weird their like, arms and legs are. They're super skeletal and thin, but some of them have some really cool designs. But I don't know. But they've hit a 2nd season. I think IBO got a new season as well, which is fine, I guess, for the people who liked IBO. I wasn't the biggest fan. I just find the main character and the main suit of that series to be massively overhyped. Like, the whole point of the main character's superpower was that he was wildly inept. Why is everyone making him, like, the next coming of Jesus Yamato? You know? Like, I just do not understand the love for the Barbatos or Mika. Just don't get it. I'm really hoping what I'm printing gets finished soon. I have been doing a lot of, well, learning a bunch of new skill sets just to make this thing happen, and it'll be a cool little thing for streams moving forward, I think. Especially because the next Mega Man stream we do is gonna need all the help it can get to be more interesting, because it's Battle Network 4, and Battle Network 4 is the worst. Yeah, I could see that pissing off Twitter, or X, or whatever, because freaking Elon Musk can't seem to understand that naming his website x.com didn't work the first time. Why would he do it a second time? But, you know. But, like, I feel like they're saying that just so that they don't get called for being, like, pandering or something, but at the same time, you know, if your characters are written to be lesbians, let them be lesbians. If they're written to be trans, let them be trans. If they're written to be straight, let them be straight. Just let the artists have the characters the way they made them, damn it. And just celebrate the characters for who and what they are and what they're supposed to be. It's not complicated. I don't Well, I do understand. I understand exactly why there's so much hate in the world. I just can't fathom the why of it. Or why it's so hard for people to understand that everyone should have the same amount of basic human respect and dignity. It's not complicated, and yet everyone I run into seems bizarrely confused about it. It's just weird to me. I don't know. I mean, to me, it makes a lot of sense. Everyone should just be treated like human beings and get basic respect and stuff. And yet, they don't. And when people try to do that, other people yell at them for it. And people put a lot of money into backing not supporting that, which is equally terrible. Which is why I don't support Harry Potter in any capacity, other than the fact it's a terribly written children's book. I guess that's possible, you know, it could be a target market just hating that idea. You know, I know there's a lot of people who hate stuff like that in different parts of the world, and it's just, it sucks that that's the case, because again, just everyone should have the same basic amount of respect and rights, and it sucks that that's not the case. And it sucks that places like, you know, the States are actively working to, you know, regress that shit. The UK, too, is a lot like that, which is horrifying. And it's weird that people are celebrating that. Like, that is just terrifying to me. Okay. So here's where we get sucked down into this place. And hopefully we don't die. But we probably will. But maybe if we're lucky we'll get some health. Because we don't have any of that. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Okay, okay, we're good. We're good. It's a little hard to interpret what's exactly doing damage to you. And my cat, of course, wants outside, because when I tell my cat before I do anything, do you want outside or not? He says no. And then when I start, he's like, I want outside. Because that's what cats are. Well, at least he's feeling better. And hopefully he doesn't have to go to the hospital for like a 4th time, because that would be bad. That would be very bad. Okay. I'm enjoying this, though. I would kind of like to get the other 2 Turrican games on the Genesis if I can. I know the first one is pretty cheap, and I think you can get Universal Soldier kind of okay. So I might try and grab them if at all possible. I know there's a collection out for the Switch, but that's pretty expensive on its own as well. And I'm guessing that's just because, again, Factor 5 isn't around anymore, so this is kind of like a high-profile collectible type thing. Or something. Okay, let's just... I don't like that I'm on a time limit here, but at the same time, I like to try and survive what I'm doing. I like that the giant metal suit can swim like this. Like, it's clearly very weightless right now. Okay, so we can't morph ball here. Go away, little jelly squishies. No one likes you, and now I'm dead. This is why I need the bombs. This is where the bombs would have been useful. Okay. Again, I gotta remember this is a 6-button game. Like, I don't ever really associate the Genesis with 6 buttons. I'm actually looking into Elysia Dragoon as well, but it's pretty expensive. But it looks like a fun game, for sure. It seems like no matter where you go, it's going to cost a little bit of money, though. And there's still, like, probably at least 25 Genesis games I want, but most of them at this point are, like, over $200, which sucks. Like, I don't want to ever admit it, but I think I'm just going to have to never get a copy of Musha. Which sucks, because that's, like, the best shmup ever made. Same with, like, you know, Crusader of Senti. There's just no way to get an official copy. But, like, repros are getting weirdly expensive, too, and I just don't understand why, because repros usually were like $30 as a standard, regardless of what they were and on what system. But now they seem to be like getting really bespoke in terms of cost. I just, like, I guess maybe you could make the argument it's because of a chip shortage or something, maybe, but even that would probably be a stretch. Yeah, I think I did read that it was by Gynax that did it, which would explain some things. But, you know, someone pitched it to me as basically Castlevania, except you get lightning instead of a whip, which sounds way cooler to me anyway. Okay. But yep, that's definitely a game I want to get at some point. I do have a Mega Drive game coming because there was no Genesis version of it, but I'm not sure what killed me there. Well, I've got a copy of Super Fantasy Zone on the way, which I'm pretty excited about as someone who started life playing Fantasy Zone. And I've heard that's quite a good one. Ah. Okay, so that's the life. We want to grab that. Okay, we got it. Good, good, good. Now, no matter what happens, we'll basically not regress in terms of progress. Ow. Because we'll always have that extra life. As long as we keep picking that up, we can keep going. Until we make tangible progress, anyway. It was inspired by a Studio Ghibli film. Interesting. Whoops. I need to stay out of the water so I don't get electrocuted, but I need to go in the water to get that life. Life is hard sometimes. Oh. I wish there's a bit more of a visual cue that these things were going to drop. Okay, you can only pick up the life once, I guess. Curse you, game. You had seen through my sneaky ploy to not game over as often. There we go. Okay, you're dead. I want whatever's in this box. It's a green thing. Oh, Nausicaa specifically. That's cool, actually. Nausicaa is one of my favorite films. And it's probably my second favorite Ghibli film. So that's actually pretty cool. There's stakes in me getting a copy of Alicia Dragoon now. I love Nausicaa. That's a cool movie. Okay, so here's where we get sucked into the down here place. And this is where I'm going to start spamming bombs. That's the plan. I'm going to avoid the green, because the green just gives us the power shot. Red gives us this kind of spread thing, which I think right now is going to be more effective. Alright. Okay. 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 Bombs. Bomb spam. Are you telling me I wasted all this time for just a handful of gems? That sucks. A lot. Ow. And I died while bombing, so... Well, at least I get a refill on the bombs, I guess. Okay, so what we're looking for is... right down here, I think. Ow. Okay, it looks like the things we killed don't respawn, so that's nice. We're definitely a target-rich environment, though. Okay, so I think I saw a whole bunch of crystals over here. What do we have over here in the box? Oh, shield! Plus a health refill. Yeah, okay. Although I got the green gun now. I don't like the green gun so much. It's not as good as the spread shot for this exact situation. Hearts, thank you. I'm going down. Whoa. There's so much detail in this. Like, this is a beautiful game. Ow. Bomb. Okay. Okay, we're good. And I have 2 more of those. And I have half health. Oh god, I have no health. Okay, now might be the time to start panicking. Now was the time to panic. Alright, well we got another continue. If this fails, I might pick a different game on my collection. Because I did get another one recently I kind of want to show off. And I haven't played it yet, so it'll be fun to explore. I'll have to take a look afterwards. If I open up a Chrome tab, this stream will basically die because Chrome eats all the computer resources because it is badly optimized. Still better than Bing, though. I had to get a new laptop for my dad because he wants to learn how to use Craigslist. And for whatever reason, his old laptop wouldn't be good enough, so I had to get him a new one. And you couldn't install Chrome in it. Fun story. Because... well, when you look up Chrome on Microsoft Edge, for whatever reason, the first about 2 pages of results is the element. And then when you finally find Google Chrome, well, then they decide to give you about 8 pop-ups telling you how Bing is better than Google. And then when you actually manage to convince the thing that, no, you actually do want to, you know, download this thing you want to download, they'll say, okay, we'll let you download it, but you won't get to install it because it's not a Microsoft-approved app. So then to do that, you have to turn off this performance mode that makes the computer run better, I guess. And, well, that'll finally allow you to install different apps and stuff, but here's the fun thing. You might then think, okay, I'll turn performance mode back on so the computer actually runs decently. No, that requires a factory reset and an uninstallation of every third-party software. Basically, if you turn that off to install literally anything, you will never get performance mode. Microsoft making the most obtuse, stupid-ass OS ever. God damn it. Windows 11 is stupid. Oh man, it's almost as bad as when they invented Comic Sans, or the time they invented Clippy and Microsoft Bob. Ugh. I do not like this. I'm gonna use a bomb. There we go. Did I use the grappling hook underwater? No. Okay. Worth knowing. That's why you have Linux. That's why I'm running, like, Windows, I think, 10 at this point. Oh my god, I don't ever want to upgrade. But I feel like I need a new computer because mine is crap. But I have no money. But, like, it's just baffling how user hostile that is. Like, aren't you supposed to be creating an experience that actually makes the user want to use your product? Why are you making it actively antagonistic to them? I can't fathom who thought that was a good idea. But I also can't fathom that they're shutting down the Xbox 360 store. Considering that does nothing but hurt everyone. But why would anyone want to actually care about Xbox's legacy? Also, I get so pissed off. Like, I read that interview. I want to say it was with Kotaku, where I believe it was Phil Spencer said, like, well, it's fine that they're doing this because there's only like 200 games Xbox 360 doesn't have backwards compatible. And it's like, that's not remotely true. Like, the Xbox indie market alone had thousands of games, and none of those are backwards compatible. But if we just count the, like, arcade and games on demand or whatever, that's still, like, 1,500 games, which is, like, 75% of the Xbox's library. I don't know where the 200 you came up with came from, but you are objectively wrong. And it's sad. 2025, Microsoft is dropping support for Windows 10. Yeah, probably. And I'm sure there'll be equal number of people who hate that that's the case, and they'll probably make their own, like, updated version of it. That'll probably be better than the one that Microsoft is putting out. And it won't be Windows 11, so there's also that going for it. No, I think I figured out how he's trying to spin the press to make it sound less bad. I think he means retail games that are only currently available and haven't prior been delisted. Which, to be fair, is probably around 400 games, maybe. Like, I went through all of them to make my list the other day. They don't have that many games left on the store that are available, but even then, they don't even have them all backwards compatible, which is just stupid and sad. So they kind of had to, like, twist the metrics in the dumbest, stupidest way imaginable to make that line not an outright complete fabrication, but even then, it's pretty skewed. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. Everything die. I've got bombs. I've got no lives. I don't think I have any continues. Ow. Okay, we're gonna grab the stupid green gun I hate. Okay, well now it's a big stupid green gun I hate. Ooh! Finally managed to get to the end of this. And we now have to fight the Kraken. I have explosive bombs. Okay. Not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Actually, this reminds me exactly of Shooting Love, where there's a level based on every level of Gradius, where there's a thing walking in the middle of a short corridor, and you have to walk between the legs. This reminds me exactly of that. Whoa! Come on, please die. I don't have any continues. I want to see the next level. But it's nice that they, like, added that. That's a cool little minigame. That's a weird game that shouldn't be on the Xbox Marketplace, but I love that it is. Very strange. Doesn't belong there at all, and I love it. Okay, so you actually have a fairly basic pattern that I'm gonna whiff horribly, I'm sure. Okay, come on. Come on, I want to see what the next level looks like. Let me at least get to level 2. It'd be sad if I couldn't. Whoa! And I'm dead. I want to get a Kai Katana, but I want to get it on 360. Just because I want to get all the cave shooters on the thing. But then I have to get Mochi Mochi Pork and Ibari Pink Sweets, and that's a very, very rare game. Okay, so I'm going to dump myself into the RetroPie menu, which will require me to turn off this, I believe. Yeah, that, and yeah, that should be good. Okay. Now we just got to get to the next thing, just so that this thing doesn't pick up a bunch of licensed music that someone dumped on here. Go, 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 go. Yeah, it probably is. I know that a lot of the cave shooters are going up on there. Okay, so we want... Where is it? There it is. Okay. And just a sec. Just a sec. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. Alright, cool. This is a game I've never played before, but I have it. This is Shadowrun. I also have the Super Nintendo Shadowrun, which has a completely different box art and story and are completely different games, but they have the same name because they're both based off a tabletop property. That would not get another video game until, I want to say, 2009. So, here's what we can pick. Samurai, sure. I don't know what this game's going to be. I know that the Super Nintendo one was sort of a top-down RPG point-and-click adventure. It was a very weird combination of things, but it was pretty fun. But I kind of want to get all the Genesis RPGs out there, so this is one I'd like to get, or like to get one I do actually have. I think I'm only missing at this point 4 Genesis RPGs, at least 4 that aren't also on the Super Nintendo, which I'd prefer to get on the Super Nintendo. I need Phantasy Star 2, I need Sorcerer's Kingdom, I need Trazia, and I need Shining in the Darkness, and I think I have them all. But I do like cyberpunk-y stuff that isn't cyberpunk, because cyberpunk was terrible, and I stand by that. And no, I don't care that there's going to be a paid expansion for it coming out now. Okay. Okay. So, A, B, C, we've got sort of text-based point-and-click responses. So we're looking for someone's stuff. I've heard the anime is quite good. I've heard the expansion based off the anime, which was free, was also good, but I don't care enough to play it again. That game was awful. Okay, so we need to pay 250 yen, which is basically nothing. Okay. New yen, okay. Okay. Whoa. Okay, B. Okay, so let's try this again. It's by Trigger. Oh, the god, that'll be great then. Trigger always makes some interesting stuff. Okay. Although I think they also did, what was that, Darling in the Franxx, which is, I've heard, pretty bad. Okay, so that's targeting. And now we're just murdering people. Okay, cool. Can I loot stuff off this, or did I just kill someone for fun? The latter, it looks like. Okay, the screen ends down here. I don't know, man. I saw a lady turn into a giant spaceship lady, and I thought that was the stupidest goddamn thing ever. And that's coming from someone who really liked the end of Gurren Lagann. Which it was basically just a giant homage to. Like, that was... that was painful to watch. It was not the worst anime I've ever seen. Trust me, I've seen some incredibly god-awful animes in my day. I mean, off the top of my head, let's see. If I had to pick the worst anime I've ever seen, My Sister, My Writer's a pretty bad one that I watched on a dare. That is profoundly bad anime. Okay, open fire on the guard post. That seems like a bad idea. What's the story of this place? So this is a prison. Alright. They have patrols around the clock. I hope I didn't murder some of your guys. Let's leave and hopefully not get murdered by these people on the way out. That's kind of nice. The corpse stayed there for a few seconds. Okay, so yeah, we're just in a prison yard. Let's go away from that. 97 Tekken anime. If you want to see peak fighting game anime, go watch the Virtua Fighter anime. That is so profoundly goofy and fun. It is not a good anime at all, but it is entertaining to say the least. It's far better than any like the Street Fighter ones or the Mortal Kombat one. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We're looking for work. That sounds like what we need. We want to go on a Shadowrun, apparently. The Street Fighter movie was weird because that also had like a... Okay, depending on what Street Fighter movie you're talking about, one of them had a tie-in... Well, they both had tie-in games, but like the animated Street Fighter movie had a tie-in game that was literally just ripping scenes from the movie to power up a robot that you controlled so you could fight Ryu, so that you could give victory to Shadaloo or whatever. Go to the Hollywood Correctional Facilities, and you'll meet Billy Gibson. Escort the client to the Halloweeners. That's a word someone came up with. You'll be paid by my client upon safe arrival. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, that was a weird movie because I don't know if the game came before the movie, but one of them was based on the other, and it just chunked up bits of the other to like give you a bad ending to one or the other. It was very, very weird. My TV's local streaming service that gives you free stuff every now and then likes to put that on a loop, and it's awful. Yes, the one with the gratuitous Chun-Li shower scene. That's right. Okay, so this is the guy we need. So go away. Now I gotta drop this guy off with the Halloweeners, which is a name someone chose. Presumably, other people are gonna open fire on this guy if he gets close. So let's. Okay, well I'm out of. Oh no, I just auto reload. Okay, cool. Ow. Well, I'm dead. Okay. Well, I guess death means nothing in this game. That's cool. I don't know. I like the original Street Fighter movie with Van Damme, and it was so weird that they made Guile the main character. Like, for one thing, Guile always struck me as like a C-list character. But second of all, why did you make, and I know the answer is Jean-Claude Van Damme, but why would you make the guy who's basically Captain America of Street Fighter, why would you make him French? Makes no sense. And why is it that Belgian Guile's the only person in the entire movie who knows how to pronounce Ryu's name properly? Not Ryu's best friend, just genuinely French Guile. It was weird and bad, but it was kind of funny in a camp way. And Raul Julia is just great. Okay, I did not read that sign. Are you going to repeat that? I'm hoping it's the same mission because we might be screwed otherwise. But yeah, if you're talking like peak fighting game anime, you are looking at the Virtua Fighter anime, which is just hilariously camp and good. This is not where I need to be at all. Okay, well. Let's get lucky and open fire. Uh-oh. That might have been a mistake. Yeah, it turns out opening fire in a correctional facility might not be the winning victory move. I don't know, my TV likes to stream all that stuff on a loop, and I see the Fatal Fury movie every now and then. It's like, oh god, this is not fun. I do not enjoy this movie. I don't know though. Like my TV's got such a weird. I've been checking out some of the free streaming services they offer, and it's like they have one that shows a bunch of like retro '90s anime, which is great, but it's like they will show you the exact same episodes every single day. So it's always like episode one of one of Metabots, two of Cyber 6. And it's like, why? Like, I'm glad I get to see these, but why can't I watch more than that? Okay. Go to the Jackal's Lantern Inn. There you will meet. Okay, Doc Wilson, escort client to Boris's greenhouse. I don't know where any of these things are, but I guess we'll do that. Sure. That might help. I did watch the dubbed version, which was not good. Certainly the dubbed version of the Fatal Fury movie is not very good. Is this where I need to go? Okay. This is not where we're supposed to be. I don't know where I'm supposed to be, but we'll keep wandering around until we get there. Or until we get murdered again. One of those things will happen. This is where we need to be. It's an abandoned building. Okay, I guess we just entered a dungeon. Alrighty. Oh god, there's a lot of things. Okay, mental note. Don't do that again. See, I don't have a lot of love for Fatal Fury as well. Like, I can't play, like, any of the Neo Geo Fighter games. They just cheat. I like Samurai Showdown, but I like Garou, Mark of the Wolves as well, but I cannot play any of them to save my life. That's just because they're tuned to be so hard and they read inputs. Okay, so this is not where we need to be. So let's run like hell. Is there a map in this game? Also, I don't recall naming my character Joshua. Is this equipped? Yes, that appears to be equipped. We do have grenades. That's worth knowing. The Last Blade, for your favorite. Sounds to me like someone's never played Shock Troopers, the greatest SNK property ever. Well, it's a Source property, but it's a Neo Geo game. Oh god, we're being chased by these guys. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. I'm dead. Ow. Shock Troopers is great. Shock Troopers alone is the reason why you own a Neo Geo. I would kill for a Neo Geo. I've tried to buy a Neo Geo arcade cabinet numerous times in my life with very little luck. Okay, so this is where you buy weapons. I don't have anywhere near enough of any of that money, though. I just need to leave. Let me do that now, please. Okay, display, display, display. Select firearm to accessorize. Like, can I put stickers on it? I don't know how to leave this room. Oh, it's start. Unlike everything else in this game, you have to press start to leave that room. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is the guy who I still need to give money to. But we need to earn money first. But we need to find the guy to earn money. And we have no map. Maps would be useful right now. Okay, so we can phone. We do not have contacts in Seattle. Why would I? It's Seattle. You must have a cyber deck to enter cyberspace, so we can't do that. We can call a taxi. Except that we're supposed to be in Redmond Barrens, so that's useless to us. So that's where we are. Question is, where do we find what we're looking for? I will say that the Super Nintendo game is a little bit more clear with what you need to do. And that includes having to solve a puzzle by talking to a dog in the first chapter. I don't need to pay you. I'm just looking for the place that I need to go. I don't have money to pay you. I just need to find someone to murder real quick, and maybe I can make money this way. And then reload, because that's what you do. Did I make any money doing that? We have a pocket secretary. Magic. I'm not seeing anything that looks like any sort of wallet to tell me how much money I have. Notebook. Okay, here we go. Go to the Jackal's Lantern in the Redmond Barrens. There you will find a guy. Okay, but where is that? Tips and clues. Okay. That doesn't help me, though. How do I get out of this menu? You have to press start to get out of this menu. Why is start back in some of the menus? I just... What? Why? And why is there no map? I don't understand, Shadowrun. I don't understand. Is this where we need to go? No, this is not where we need to go. This is where we started. The thing is, this isn't even like a huge environment or anything. It's like 2 blocks squared. Oh god. Why do I not have a run button? Ow, leave me alone, leave me alone. Oh my god, my character sucks. Okay, let's try a different character. Maybe we picked the wrong character class to start as. Maybe. Or maybe I just don't understand that game. Maybe. It's also possible. I will say thus far the Super Nintendo version feels to be a lot more playable, though. New game! Yes, sure. They don't really give you any idea what your character is actually supposed to be here for or what they're good at. And we look the same, so that's not great. Okay, so we're here to pick up Michael's stuff. We need $250. Let's go find some jobs. We look exactly like the other guy. Don't worry about it. We do seem to be moving a little bit faster, though. So that's nice. But we still need to find a little bit of money. So I could use... Okay, so we're a decker without a deck, I guess. So this class doesn't start with that. Oh, this is the Jackal's Lantern. I hate everything about life right now. Okay. You don't like to fight. Well, screw you then, guy. I'm running a combat-only outfit right now. Okay. And it looks like my print job will be done in an hour and a half. So hopefully everything worked out right and I can just start gluing stuff together. Hopefully. I'm excited about this thing I'm working on for our next stream. So we're looking for work. For some reason I couldn't access the store earlier. Don't worry about it. Okay. There's a community somewhere in the Barrens. They have been preying on the citizens there. Kill as many as possible in return for payment. Okay. Where? Okay, talk to you later. Zero Ranger is so good. I have been playing that a fair bit on my Steam Deck. That game is so good. Okay, I'm gonna assume right now that we probably need to go exactly where we found the ghouls last time. This abandoned building where we got completely rushed and instantly murdered. I'm hoping my character's increased movement speed will help fix that problem. Seems enemy placement is randomized. Oh, or they just spawned. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Ow. Wow, okay. Ow. Alright. Oi. Yeah, I can at least outrun you. I don't know what your whole deal is, friendo, but it's about to be splattered on the pavement. Okay, so can we heal? Yes. How do I inventory? No, I need to use, or maybe, yes. First aid. Yes. Oh, there's just multiple uses. Got it. Okay, we're good now. Okay, well that guy's dead anyway. Like, we know that there's ghouls in that one place, but I'm not sure if that's where they need us to go, because the fact is it seems weirdly scaled right now. But I'm not exactly running into any others. Maybe we'll just swap out jobs and grab something else. Something that involves less stupid things. Okay. This area is weirdly empty. Okay. Go to the nuke plants and get a package, then take it to jack-o'-lanterns. Okay, I can do that. So you gotta find something with nuclear symbols. I remember that. That was a thing we saw, I believe, near the lower left area. I think. It's kind of vaguely in this general direction. Can I shoot you through the wall? Because that would be hilarious. I cannot shoot you through the wall, and I don't think there's manual reload, so we're going to just go through the entire clip. And for some reason, the computer decided to shoot one extra time. Flee, shoot, flee, shoot, flee, shoot. And now you're dead. And I'm going to dance on your corpse a little bit. That looks like what we're looking for. Okay, I think we found the nuke plants. Okay. I'm looking for information. Okay. Tell me about the things. Okay, when they enter our barrens, we fight them. Okay. Well, that's not that helpful, but I think we're in the right general area. Maybe we just gotta find the right door or something. Or we're just looking for the big building. That too might be the thing. Okay, so we got the package. Good, 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 good. Now we just gotta run it to the place next to where we started. Easy enough. Now we're making progress. It only took us half an hour to get there. Now, I believe what we're looking for is this place. Okay, I think we delivered the thing. Which means we completed a job. Hooray! Okay, go to the Ares Weapon Emporium. And we'll get a package. Take it to little Chiba. Okay, I think we can do that. And that'll be 35, which means we'll have made 80. We need 250 before we can continue. It's kind of weird this game starts you off by grinding. I would not say that that's a positive thing. Flee, shoot. Flee, shoot. Reload, shoot. 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 No, don't block him. He's gonna die if I hit him one more time. Ow. And I'm made of wet tissue paper, so don't hit me. Alright, well, that's one person dead. I'll take that money, thank you. And I'll take that money, thank you. And I believe this is where we need to go. Okay. You scroll a fake name and move on. That sounds like me. And then we have to move it to... Oh, this isn't where we need to go. I think we need to go north of here? This game would really benefit for having a map. Or it's here. It's... Ah, here we go. Kicking. Okay, so... Do we have any way of discerning how much money we actually have right now? Current clues? No. No, we don't. Oh, we have 123, so halfway there. It's really bizarre this game starts you off by grinding. But it is nice that you can just get money for killing people. That makes it a little bit better anyway. So park our cabooses here. Get some work. No, I don't want to deal with that, thank you. Because clearly we're not equipped to handle that. I see you have to leave if you turn them down. Alright, fine. Fine. We'll do this the very annoying way. Looking for work. Okay, so go to the nuke plants. Escort the client to the rat's nest. I don't know where that is, but sure. We'll go there, that place. I don't know where that is. I'm gonna assume it's somewhere north, because the nuke plant is about as far south as it can be. Okay, this is where we need to be, I think. Okay. Let's see. Alright, follow me, random thug guy. I think we're going north. Nope, this wasn't it. That's fine. We were just hiding there for a minute. It's fine. So we're looking for the rat's nest. Check this place. No, this isn't what we're looking for. Fortunately, we haven't run into anyone who wants to hit us, so that's good. This is the jack-o'-lantern. Which, that's a funny name, actually. That's a good play on words. But, that's not what we're looking for right now. I don't think it's the prison we're looking for. Okay. Fortunately, you only seem to be targeting me. That makes life a little bit easier for me. In a sense. It also makes me a lot more dead. Someone saved us. Hooray, did they steal all my money? I'm betting they did. Let's find out. Well, it's not half, but it did take a little bit of my money. I will say, I found myself getting stuck very early in the Super Nintendo Shadowrun as well, but I felt like I made a lot more progress in it than this. But this game also seems to start you off with grind, which is certainly a choice someone made. I think we just have to cycle through and go back and it'll reload the level. So let's do that, go back in. I need some work so that I can do a thing. Let's talk about a different subject. I want to work. Okay, so go to Soaker's Coffin Motel. Okay, so I assume that's where we started. Go to Boris' Greenhouse. I don't know where that is. $45. The money seems to be randomized because those two things are basically next to each other if I have the layout of this place figured out as well as I think I do. So that's a bizarre sum of money just to walk it next door. Not that I'm complaining, it's just weird. Okay, so got the package. And then this is, I think, the greenhouse. There we go. Done. That was bizarrely easy. And yet, we still have to get another, like, 105-ish whatever dollars. Okay. Go to the jump house. There you will meet George Kish. That's a name. Escort the client to the motel. Okay. So we gotta find the jump house, which was somewhere around here. I don't think it was this place, and I don't think it was the weapon vendor. Yeah, no, it wasn't here. Okay. Let's see. There's the abandoned building. We don't want to go there. There's the greenhouse. We don't want to go there. I think this is Little Chiba. Yeah. That ain't it. I gotta say, this game is weirdly paced for an intro. Like, it's just weird. Okay, so this is not where we need to be. Let's leave. I think what we're looking for is down here. Somewhere to the south. Got an open house here. It's not where we need to go. But I don't think it's the correctional facility. Nope. This is not where we need to go either. Where do we need to go? Where do I need to go after this? By that I mean I know where I need to go, I just can't find it. Okay, so this is the coffin. Talk to you later. This is where we need to be at the end, I think. But we gotta find the place with the person for the things. That's the lantern. That's this. Oh, we had to re-enter the area we left. Okay. Well, I think we're going just to the hotel, aren't we? So, like, here you go. I'll be sure to tell my friends about your services of walking people half a block. Alright. I guess. If that's what you're paying me for. What is my 203? So probably at least 2 more jobs. And then we should be able to at least figure out what to do second. Okay, so there's community. No. I do not trust that, thank you. I think we're just gonna have to reload the area, because if you don't accept a job, you just gotta do it again. Okay. What else we got? I'm looking for some work. Okay, so go to the correctional facility. Take it to Little Chiba, $45. Yes, I can do that. We know where those things are. We should be able to get there relatively easily, provided we don't get jumped by about 6 dudes. Not sure why those guys like walk at slight angle at like just increased speed like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh god. Oh, I can actually walk behind or maybe inside the building. Okay. Don't really know what that it's about, but I'll do it anyway. Ha ha ha, you died. You died and looked like a total dork. Okay. I'm here for a thing for Mr. Johnson. Now we gotta go deliver the thing across town. Meow. We're just being a super delivery boy today. I will say this is not as action-packed as Turrican was. Alright. And that should be enough money. $2 off. Okay. So if we run to another person, the money we make off of murdering them should be enough. Or we could just do another job, I guess. If you want to be boring about things. Okay, go to the correctional facility, take it to the Jackal's Lantern, easy. Easy money, let's go. So, off to the prison. And from the prison, we go to the bar next to the bar we were in. The layout of this place is very confusing and weird. Okay, so, here, grab the package. I don't think you can enter a place if there's a hostel around. Which is interesting, I guess. There. Done. Now we should be able to pay for the random crap we're here for, I guess. And maybe we'll get some semblance of a plot. So I'm here to pick up Michael's stuff. Small change. Here you go. Okay, so you find a scented letter, a cyber deck, a wristband, and 2 holopics. Letter addressed to you reads as follows. I don't trust Johnson. Well, that sucks because we've been working with him. And neither should you. His story doesn't wash, and you know it. I'm out on this one, and I hope you are too. I'll wait for you in the Tarsler City Inn. And play up Barons. Okay. Cyberdeck is small and hasn't been used much. These are fine to dabble in the cyberspace, but lack real power, so they're a starter thing. The wristband is a homing beacon. It's where his condition becomes critical. The trauma team is dispatched to retrieve them. Oh, that's helpful. Whereas then has resuscitated and dropped off at the Seattle General Hospital. The fee is around 10% of the wearer's credit stick. The balance is guaranteed not to exceed. Well, that's remarkably kind of a hospital system in the States. You slip it on your wrist and lock the clasp. Okay. So we're learning about... Okay, finally you uncover a credit stick hidden under the holopics. Balance 500 yen dollars. The irony of this discovery wears off after a moment. Yeah, hooray. Okay, so I think what we want to do... Ow. Is start fleeing from these guys. And shoot them a whole bunch. And after that, maybe flee some more and shoot some more people a whole bunch. Oh god. Okay, there's a weird delay sometimes, and not just because we were reloading. I can outrun you. Pew. And when I do that, I can then shoot you. And then you can die. And it would be funny for me. Pew. Alright, alright, alright. Pew. Come on. I'm literally just making you run around the block. But with deadly consequences. Come on. How much health do these guys have? Or, like, is my gun really just that crap? So last I checked, guns are still guns. Maybe as cyberpunk as you like, but, you know, you're still mostly person. And even if you're all machine, guns still tend to be pretty effective against them. Okay, so the moment the camera isn't completely on focus on a body, it disappears. That's a little lame. I know walking into a building seemed to keep the body persistent, but maybe that's because, you know, it was in camera frame. Oh, come on. I just killed you people. Alright. Let's just go for another walk around the block, I guess. Ow. Pew. And pew. 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 It's remarkable how much health and or armor you have. Or just how crap my gun is. And now I'm dead. Alas. And now we were dropped off in a completely different chunk of the world because that's just how life kinda is. Maybe we can find the lead to the next place we need to go. So let's grab the phone, call a taxi. Now we need to go to Play Up Barons. Yes. Sure. We'll pay the cabbie and get on our merry little way. Oh my god, this place is a hole. And I definitely don't want to be in a place where random stuff will just spawn on top of me. Which, to be fair, seems to be kind of every place. But, like, you know, a less combat dungeon focused place would be nice. Okay, so I just want to leave right now. You're not who I'm looking for. What about you? You have the exact same line of dialogue as the previous house. Don't care. Just looking for my brother, who might be dead, probably. Oh god, it's another abandoned building, dungeon thing. Flee! I can't deal with this. Okay, what do we got? Up here. Let's see. It's a magic shop. Okay, well, I don't need to buy magic right now, as far as I know. But, thanks, though. Okay, so we found a random pool hall. And this guy who has a face. But not what we're looking for. Can I look on the TV? Maybe get some information? This Mr. Johnson is obviously well-to-do. Okay. Probably be back later for more grinding, I'm sure. But that's not currently what we're looking for. What we're looking for is a lead to our brother, I guess. Okay, so we found a Ripper clinic. We don't need any of your services currently, Mr. Vampire Man. But maybe we'll find what we're looking for in the building that's full of binary code on the outside that probably says something quite humorous. Ow. Oh god. I'm just gonna run around the block again. As long as I can get a little bit of a lead on you. Pew! And a little bit more of a pew. We're just two friends going for a walk. Pew! And when we go for a walk, then I shoot you in the face. You are still doing very well for the whole getting shot in the face thing, friendo. But I'd prefer you to just get in the getting the shot in the face a whole lot more. Something like that. Pew! Okay, well, at least you can run and reload at the same time. That's a small mercy. I don't think I'm going to survive another hit. That would be rather bad. Pew! Leave me alone, Mr. Giant Shoulder Pads. You don't need giant shoulder pads in this dystopian future. I'm dead. Oh. Well, I think that'll be it for tonight, but we'll probably be back tomorrow with some Xenogears because I do need to get back at that desperately. Kind of put that off for a month, but I've had a bunch of stuff get in the way of that. So hopefully tomorrow that'll be what we do. So look forward to that. You might also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel, see everything else I do, which is a lot of stuff. I just put up a list of the top 10 Xbox 360 games you need before the 360 marketplace is just nuked forever because Microsoft is doing horrible stuff and preservation is just not profitable for them, I guess, and now we all have to suffer for it. Or, pirate everything. But the point is there's games you should get before it disappears, And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is play some more Genesis games that I picked up recently. I gotta admit, I really like Turrican. I'm bad at it. I'm gonna need to practice. It's a bit of a tricky game, but really liking that. The Shadowrun game, a little bit more iffy on, honestly. Like it's weird. It starts with a grind, and it seems more like just random career work, more or less. And I'm not 100% on board with this just yet. But again, it's early game. I'm just a little bit frustrated with the total lack of progress we made in about an hour, At least Turkin, it felt like we were doing something. But, maybe next time we do some Genesis stuff, I do have a bunch more. So maybe we'll check out something else. But look forward to that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, Internet.